Hello, traders. FX Pip Collector here. Today is Thursday, and it is June 20th. So, how is everybody doing today? Hopefully, fairly good. If you're trading the dollar pairs, you're probably pretty bored today or pretty frustrated with the dollar. Boy, what a total mess. But like I was saying, I talk about this quite a bit with the dollar because it's pretty common. And all you have to do is look at the dollar index to see what I'm talking about because the dollar will literally go very strong for maybe like 2, 3, 4, 5 days. And then it will like literally be in a crescent for a week or two. And then it will move really strong and then crescent. Really strong crescent. So the dollar really does have a tendency to just make its moves really fast in the matter of a day or two and then just kind of die out. So definitely not uncommon for the dollar to do that at all. Definitely not. Which is why I always say to people that to be honest with you, some of the best trades for me personally are actually on these pairs down here, the more exotic pairs like the Euro CAD, the Euro Swiss, and all these other pairs, Euro Aussie, and some of those ones that a lot of people don't really give much of a chance. But some of the best trades for me are definitely on some of those more exotic pairs, 100%. So, anyways, I'm going to start off by analyzing the US dollar index. We'll do a full top down analysis on the US dollar index because, like I always say, if you know what the dollar index is doing, you pretty much already know what all the dollar pairs are doing also. So, we're going to do a full top down on the dollar index. Then, we're going to look at the euro dollar, the pound dollar, and gold because those are definitely the most popular videos that I make and probably the most popular pairs, anyways. So, we're going to look at those. Once we do all that, then we're going to start taking requests from people on YouTube in the audience and people from my Discord channel. So if anybody does have anything they would like me to look at, then definitely let me know. I'd be more than happy to look at basically anything. I definitely mostly trade Forex and indices. I don't trade individual stocks and I don't trade crypto, but I would look at pretty much anything. And Elliott Wave definitely does work to an extent on pretty much everything. So yeah, anyways, let's start off by looking at the US dollar. If you haven't done so, definitely join my Discord channel. It is 100% free to join. I don't really want to promote myself too much because I'm sure people get pretty sick of hearing that, but definitely join my Discord channel. It is 100% free to join, and I will, 1 week, actually, what is it? How many weeks is it? So yeah, 1 week from tomorrow, I'll be giving away 100 US dollars on my Discord channel. So I am going to be giving away $100 on my Discord channel. In order to win that $100, all you have to do is go to my welcome channel right here under my free members group. Go to the giveaway channel and then click on this little emoji right here. We currently have 63 participants, so one lucky member, it doesn't matter if you're a free member or a paying member, but one lucky member is going to win 100 USDT for doing absolutely nothing but being a part of my trading community. And I definitely encourage everybody to say your charts, say your trading strategy, say your trade ideas, and just interact with other traders. But definitely do join my Discord channel and enter the giveaway. I mean, it's really nothing to lose. You could literally win $100 next Friday for doing absolutely nothing. Last time I did my giveaway, we only had 106 participants. So, I mean, you got 1 in 100 chance of winning $100 for doing nothing. So, might as well try it. And I'm probably going to be doing giveaways every single month. And I was talking to my admin, Mr. Gray, and he's giving me some pretty good ideas for some giveaways in the future also. So, we're going to be probably doing multiple giveaways every month, which is pretty exciting. Hopefully, you'll get people interacting, get people a little more active in the group. Share your charts, share your trade ideas, and just have a good time interacting with other traders. So, anyways, yeah, let's start off on the US dollar index. I mean, I'm definitely still pretty bullish on the dollar index, but I do totally agree. I'm still pretty bearish on the very high time frames, but I do totally agree that the dollar. A lot of people are saying that this 2024 year 2024 is going to be the year of the channel. A lot of different people are saying that this year is literally just going to be all within this channel, which we're on the weekly time frame. So honestly, I really wouldn't be surprised if that is the case. I kind of hope that's not the case because I'm a trend trader and I always want to see big trends like this and like this and like this. I don't really too much like it when the market's doing this. Some people thrive in that type of stuff, and this is the weekly time phase. So if you go down to the sort of time phase, those moves are really, really big. Those are big, big moves. But when the market gets really overlapping and stuff, I would much prefer to just look for something else to trade, like some of those more exotic pairs, definitely. So I'm still pretty bearish on the dollar overall. I still think there's a pretty good chance this is the end of a correction. If that is the end of a correction, then this is probably just going to go back up to that area of tops and probably end up continuing back down for a wave C, just like I've been saying. If it really is the year of the channel, which a lot of people are saying, and I honestly would not be surprised at all, then it's likely that the dollar pairs are just going to stay within this channel pretty much all year long, which is might definitely be the case. Now we do definitely have 5 waves down right here. So if this is actually like supposed to be a wave 1, and we are now, this really is the end of a correction, and this really is like a wave 2, then this most likely would go up a little bit higher, maybe even taking out these highs, probably more likely taking out the highs of wave 4. Most wave 2s do take out the structure of wave 4 before they actually do turn. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the dollar did actually drift up. I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't, just because I'm always looking for those big old wave 3s. I mean, the wave 2 does not have to take out the high of wave 4, but it normally does. So I wouldn't be surprised if the dollar actually did drift up, maybe towards this 50%, maybe a little bit higher, to take out the high of wave 4. So going down to the sort of time frames, I still think this looks like a potential WXY. I mean, it looks like 1, 2, 3 waves up. It looks like 1, 2, 3 waves down, and it looks like 1, 2, 3 waves up on the 4-hour time frame. That's why I was, kind of leaning towards the fact that maybe, just maybe, this was already a top. But really, what's going on is it kind of looks like it made 3 waves down. Now, you could kind of argue that this is 5 waves down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I would agree with that. And if that was the case, then this move up would likely make a lower high, and end up continuing down, which is still kind of what I'm hoping happens. But looking at the higher time frames, I mean, we can hope all day long. It doesn't really matter. The market's going to do whatever the market wants to do. I just still kind of think this looks more like a trend right here. It still kind of looks like 5 waves down. If that's 5 ways down, then you would expect this to make some sort of an ABC, like this an A, a B, and a C, and this would be like a wave 1, and potentially a wave 2, and potentially down for a wave 3. Or, on the other hand, I'm completely wrong about this. I'm completely wrong about this being a high, and guess what? I don't really care if I am, because we have a breaker structure to the upside, which means that we should be looking for longs right now. And if we're looking for longs, and this thing just keeps on making higher highs, higher lows, goes up and breaks my structure, while I'm looking for longs in an uptrend, then who cares if my Elliott wave count is correct or not? Especially on the sort of time phase, I'm never really too concerned about my Elliott wave count. Definitely not below the 4-hour, preferably not really below the daily. So, anyways, let's switch over to my white charts. These are my personal charts that I actually trade from. I'm actually colorblind, which is why I much prefer the white charts. I'm not a big fan of green and red, because, like I said, I really have a hard time with colors. I really much prefer the black and white because I am very colorblind. I can see colors a little bit, but not very well. So, anyways, I'm just going to do the daily time frame down on the euro dollar, the pound dollar, and gold, and then we'll start taking requests from people in the audience. So, if you have something you would like me to look at, definitely let me know. Now, I have two possible counts on this daily time frame. Count number one is that this is actually a downtrend right here, which it does kind of look like a downtrend, but I could kind of argue that that's 3 waves down, one up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. But either way, this could be a 5 waves down like a wave A. This could be 1, 2, 3 up for a wave C of wave B. If this really is an ABC, then it would be 3 waves up, 3 waves down, 5 waves up with a lower high wave C than the wave A, with a lower low wave B than the wave A. That is a extremely common pattern in Elliott wave, which is actually a running flat. 3 waves up, 3 waves down, 5 waves up, lower high, lower high. So if that is true, then this is potentially going to continue to make lower lows, lower lows, lower highs, and it potentially will go down and take out the previous lows. I still think it will make a higher low if you zoom out. I don't think it's going to take out this low, but it definitely may be heading down to take out that low. So that's count number one that I have on the daily time frame for the euro dollar. Count number two is the count that I've been sharing with everybody in my videos for weeks and weeks now, which is this is the top of a wave one. This is a WXY because, like I said, I could definitely make this out to be 5 waves down, 3 waves up for like an A, a B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down for a C because a WXY is supposed to be 3, 3, 3. So 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 3 waves down. I still think it looks more like a WXY, especially when you start looking at correlated dollar pairs. If it is a WXY, then that means that this uptrend right here is a wave one. That means that this is an ABC of two, and that means that we probably already have a low in. Maybe it will make another attempt at that low, maybe even retest the 78. But if that is true, then this will definitely start making higher highs, higher lows like that. So definitely completely opposite views, but I always try my best to do the bearish and the bullish and the bearish view on especially the pairs like that I trade a lot, like the euro and the pound and the Aussie, because you can't get married to your analysis. The second you start getting married to your analysis is when the market is going to slap you in the face and take all your money away. So you have to be very, very, very cautious about getting too stuck on one analysis because you're going to be really surprised when the market proves you wrong, which the market will definitely prove you wrong. So for me, on the 4 hour time frame, this looks like an uptrend. I think it's either a wave A or a wave one. I think it's a wave one, preferably. I hope it's a wave one. I think this is a 1, 2, 3 waves down, which I think is either a wave B or a wave two. I think and I hope it's a wave two, and I think there's a good chance that it could go up and make a wave three, which is not going to look like that. Obviously, it's going to look more like this, but I think that this wave three scenario is still the most likely scenario. Or possibly it really is a wave C that goes up, takes out that high, makes a wave C, and then continues the downtrend. We definitely, especially if you know anything about Elliott wave and anything about how to use Fibonacci extension and Fibonacci retracement, to be able to tell the difference between a wave 3 and a wave C. If you can tell the difference between a wave 3 and a wave C, which you definitely can, then we should be able to know whether this is a wave C, and if it is, we'll get out of our longs and go short, and we should better know whether it's a wave 3. If it's a wave 3, we'll just hold on to our longs and continue to go long. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, like I said, I personally think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. I think it's 1, 2, 3 down. We're at the 50%. I still think there's a good chance this 50% could hold, but we haven't taken out that low yet, which tells me that it might do a little bit of a stop hunt, maybe go down to the 61.8 before it actually does continue up for either a wave 3 or a wave C. So that's kind of what I expect to see on the euro dollar. Hey Skywick, hey Carl, how's everybody doing? A-Kick, yeah, definitely. Zen, Charles, how's everybody? Andrew, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm gonna get to requests in a minute. Let's do the pound dollar. We had pound interest rate news today, and they didn't change the rates. I was kind of expecting that the pound could respect this fib level and just keep pushing up, but boy, on the daily time frame, it definitely isn't looking very good for that scenario. So, in a ways, I mean, I still think there's a pretty good chance this right here is a wave one, a 5 of 1. I still think this is like an irregular WXY. And on the pound dollar, for me, it's much more obvious. 1 down, 2 up, 1 down, W, 1, 2, 3, X, 1, 2, 3, Y. I think it's a very, very clear WXY. And if it is a WXY, then that means this should be a wave 1. I was hoping the wave 2 might end, but at this point, it might go down to the 50 and then go up for a wave 3 is what I think is going to happen. Bringing it down to the daily time frame, I mean, I still feel like it looks like the end of a correction, and I still feel like a lot of the dollar pairs really do look like they want to go up. So I'm still calling this a possible wave A. I'm still calling this possibly 1, 2, 3 waves up, which it definitely is 3 waves up. And this is possibly a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wave downtrend. Break of structure. I still think there's a chance that it may just retest this low or maybe even make a little bit of a higher high and end up continuing up. But we'll see. I mean, it is definitely drifting down. And according to the daily time frame, it really kind of looks like it might be more likely to go down to like retest the 50 or the 61.8. So depending on what time frame you trade on, and obviously depends on a lot of your decisions that you would make. I mean, yeah, it definitely does look like three waves up. I mean, it might have already ended in ABC cuts, and it might just be continuing the downtrend at this point. I would definitely be looking for sorts in a downtrend unless we get a fib bounce and a break of structure. If we get a fib bounce and a break of structure, I would start looking for longs again. If we do not get a fib bounce and a break of structure, I would definitely, especially on shorter time frames than the 1 hour, I would definitely be looking for sorts in a downtrend, 100%. The trend is your friend, that's for sure. So let's go look at gold. Gold has been making a pretty good rally today. I think that this wave C scenario I've been talking about is not going to happen. You know, that this is possibly a 1 2 and then a 1 2 3 4 5 of C. I honestly don't really think that's going to happen. I think that, just like what I've been saying in my YouTube videos, I think this is just an A, B, C correction to this last wave up. I think it's just a correction to this wave right here. I think the correction is over, and I think this thing is potentially going to break structure and just keep on trending up. So yeah, I'm definitely bullish on gold. I mean, we just had a 78% fib bounce though, so it might end up pulling back for the rest of the day. But yeah, I mean, it also went beyond the 100% Fibonacci extension today, so that's a pretty good sign also that there's a good chance that it will just keep on trending up. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, like I said, we just bounced out to 78%, so maybe a pullback is likely, but as long as it doesn't break this structure, I would be looking at every move down as potentially a correction to the uptrend. If it does break structure, then yeah, definitely start looking for sorts. Right now, the most recent structure is definitely right here. If price goes down and breaks that structure, then yeah, definitely start looking for sorts. But especially with the pattern we have, it looks like a 1 2 3. I would definitely be looking at every move to the downside as potentially a correction to the uptrend. I would definitely be looking for three-way pullbacks. 1 2 3, 1 2 3 to go long, 100%. I wouldn't expect it to just go up now. I mean, on the 1 hour time frame, I would kind of expect it to potentially look something like that, which is potentially, 10, 12 candles or more. So I would probably expect it to more likely happen tomorrow at this point. And we do have a lot of dollar news tomorrow, as you can see. Tomorrow is the day that we have all that PMI news, which I don't like having the low level on there. Let me give it too much stuff to look at. There we go. So tomorrow we have all the PMI news for the euro. We got the pound PMI. We got the Canadian retail sales, dollar PMI news, and home sales in the U.S. So we have a lot of news tomorrow. And this PMI news is usually a pretty decent mover. And we got retail sales for the pound tomorrow and PMI news for the pound tomorrow. So it's a pretty loaded day tomorrow. I definitely could see some pretty significant turns tomorrow. So, anyways, now I am going to start taking requests from people in the audience. If anybody has something they would like me to look at, definitely put in the chats on YouTube, and I'll be more than happy to check. No problem. I'm going to start off with the Aussie dollar because my friend Nay from is one of my members, and he requested that. So we're going to start off with the Aussie dollar, and then I'm going to start working my way down the list on YouTube. And if anybody is interested, like I said, I don't want to spend too much time promoting myself, but if anybody is interested, definitely check out my website. It's only $30 a month for my membership. I do daily Zoom meetings during the London session and the New York session every single day of the week. I also do see every single swing trade that I take with my group at the time of entry. That's why I call it learn and earn at the same time. Because hopefully while you're learning to trade, you can earn by following along with my trading swing trade setups. And I do have a trading course also that comes with it, which is 35 videos long, Fibonacci, trends and corrections, risk management stuff, market structure, Elliott wave, trading psychology. One of the most important things for me is tuning the frequency of your charts, which I don't really talk about in these live streams too often, but that is definitely the most important part for me. And how to put it all together to become a consistently profitable trader. Hey, Nay, how's it going, buddy? So if anybody is interested in that, it's fxpipcollector.com in the description of this video and in the on the screen right here, fxpipcollector.com. So let's start off at the Aussie dollar. Yeah, I would definitely agree. We do have a break of structure, don't we? technically for me, the most recent structure is right here because after it made that low, it was able to go up and make a new swing high. So we definitely do have a bigger structure, and it probably is a wave one, two, three, four, five. It definitely looks like a trend to me. Now, like I was saying, a lot of the dollar pairs do look like they could possibly turn up, but I don't really think it's going to happen today. It's probably more likely something that's going to happen tomorrow at the PMI news. And the dollar index is probably more likely to go up because to me this looks more like an ABC than anything. So if the dollar index goes up, then this is probably going to go down for the rest of the day, and probably all the other pairs will go down for the rest of the day too. But the Aussie dollar has been very sideways. I was thinking that maybe we already had an ABC, but yeah, I mean, I still feel like we've already had an ABC and maybe it will go down, but I think there's a good chance it could make a higher low. I still think that I'm still very, very bullish overall. Definitely. But shorter term, yeah, we definitely got a bounce break of structure at the 78% Fibonacci retracement, which is a pretty big deal. And on the 1 hour time frame, we definitely got five waves up. One, two, three, four. Right there's the four, and then five is that spike. And then, yeah, we definitely got to break a structure. And it seems like it's holding below structure too. So anybody trading below the 1 hour time frame, probably shorts is the way to go right now. Anybody trading above the 1 hour time frame, I mean, there probably is a pretty good chance that this is going to go up again. Whether it's a wave B and or two, or whether this is a wave one or A is the question, whether it makes a wave three or a wave C. But it might make a correction to this whole move up, and if that's the case, it potentially could go down quite a bit. So I would definitely be looking for shorts on the short time frames, definitely. Alright, so let's see here. What do we got for requests? That little box gets in the way, so if I do miss anybody, definitely let me know. Yo, Swiss. I mean, look, I see the Swiss pairs returning, but yeah, I think we're still good. I'm long on the Aussie Swiss right now, that's why I was looking. Since the Swiss news this morning. Where's the Euro Swiss? There it is. Ooh, it did go up and break structure, but it's kind of rejecting structure right now. But boy, that's a pretty good sign. I don't know. I kind of need to see it break this little box right here. I need to see it break and hold above that box to confirm that this really is the end of a correction. But I personally still think that this is a wave C. Especially because this is three waves up on almost every single Swiss pair. So I'm definitely still looking at this as a wave C. So if we can identify the end of this trend right here, that should be the end of a correction. And if that's the end of a correction, then it most likely would go up and take out the previous highs and possibly even make a wave 3 on the weekly monthly time frame. Now, the most recent structure for me is definitely right here, which it did break, but so far it's a rejection. But I don't know, man. It kind of seems like the Swiss pairs are trying to turn. We had that Swiss news today, and they did lower interest rates 25 points, as you can see. They ended up lowering interest rates 25 basis points today from 1.5 to 1.25. Man, I wish they were that low everywhere else. Wow. I mean, I think we probably do have the end of a trend by the looks of it. It looks like we probably do. We probably have the end of either a wave one or a wave A. Hopefully it's a wave one. I would love to see the wave one, definitely. So, whoops. I definitely think we get the end of a wave one or a wave A, which means that probably if I was really concerned about the 1 hour, which I personally am not, but I would put my Fibonacci retracement on here, and I would be looking for probably a 1, 2, 3 pattern to go long again. And hopefully it goes up for a big old giant wave 3. Hopefully it's a 1, a 2, and a wave 3. But it definitely could be an ABC. We can't rule it out. So yeah, let me keep going. Let's see. The pound dollar, the US dollar Swiss for Zen. Oh wow, that's looking really bullish. Unfortunately, the dollar Swiss. Oh wow, it's definitely looking good on the weekly though, isn't it? Hey Mark, how's it going? Yeah, I was just talking about how a lot of traders are saying that the US dollar is going to literally be doing nothing but ranging all year long. 2024 is potentially the year of the channel. Just channel. But if you're a channel trader, I guess potentially that's not a bad idea. Boy, I wonder if the U.S. dollar Swiss is ending a correction too. I was debating whether or not this was the wave C right here, but if the other Swiss pairs go up, then this one potentially would go up also. So, and it definitely looks like a possible 1, 2, 3, respecting the 38%, possibly turning into an uptrend. And if the U.S. dollar really does continue to channel all year, then this would potentially go up for quite a while because the dollar looks like it needs to go up if it potentially for a while if it goes near the top of that move. Yeah, I see that euro dollar. We'll see if they actually turn. They're probably not going to turn today. They're probably just going to keep going up, in my opinion, at this point. They're probably going to go up and make a double top, and maybe tomorrow at PMI they'll turn. The only unfortunate part is we really can't confirm that this is going up in a big way until it breaks the structure, which is a daily time frame structure. As of right now, this could be possibly a correction to this last wave down. If it is, we should better recognize it, but it definitely is possible. It's just a correction to the last wave down. So I would probably put a Fibonacci retracement on here, and hopefully we could learn and earn at the same time whether it was a correction or not. Let's see, I'll put this one on. If it's a correction, then it would definitely make 3 waves up to a Fibonacci level, most likely, like something like that, and then turn down. If it's a trend, then it's going to maintain momentum, and it'll probably eventually just go up and break structure, and then pull back, and then do something like that. So, I mean, as of right now, we don't really know if it's a trend or a correction, but if it really is a trend, then it's going to keep on trending. It's probably just going to keep on making higher highs, higher lows, even on the 1 hour time frame. If it's a correction, then it's more likely to do something like this, be very overlapping, corrective looking, something along these lines, maybe up to the 61.8 or the 78.6, and then you'll see a breaker start to the downside, and you'll go short for the continuation of the downtrend. So let's see, dollar Swiss, Kiwi, pound Kiwi. I'm still long on the pound Kiwi from last week. Things have been very rangy for swing traders, that's for sure, but I hope that this is going to go up and make a decent move up. I kind of hope that it's going to do something like that based on the pound Aussie, but like I always say, what we hope and what's actually going to happen are probably not always lined up perfectly. I still think it potentially looks like this is either a wave A or a wave 1, and potentially this is going to go up for either a wave C, which would look like that, and then turn down, or a wave 3 is what I hope, which would have wave 3 would just keep on going like that. I'm long from down here someplace. From either, I think last week is when we got in, so I think right there is where I went long. Still holding a long. Still hoping for a decent move up. It's pretty overlapping. This is definitely a trend right here. Is this an ABC or what? It probably is an ABC, huh? I would hope it would be an ABC, something like that. And then continue the uptrend. Seems like the most likely scenario to me. Definitely. All right. Let's see where we at. Bitcoin. Bitcoin, way down here. Let's see, Bitcoin. Even Bitcoin has been pretty damn slow lately. I mean, it's definitely moving, but it's been, even crypto, I think, has been a little bit rangy lately, in my opinion. I was kind of wondering, I mean, originally I was thinking that this was going to go up to the 50%, but it definitely made 5 waves up already, so I'm kind of thinking this is either a wave A or a wave 1 right now. I kind of feel like this is going to go down and break this low. I think this is potentially going to go down and do something like this now. And then after that, maybe we could get a big rally, but I think it's going to go down and stop everybody out of their longs. Everybody that thought this move right here was going to go up to $100,000 or more is probably going to get stopped out. It definitely looks like a trend to me. Definitely a break of structure. I think I totally agree with you there, Mark. I think that crypto is going to trade just like every other currency now. If you look at pretty much every other currency on this list, what do they do on the monthly time frame? They pretty much just one big range. So it's like up and down, and then up, and just so they eventually just all go back to the mean. I think it's just going to trade just like every other currency in the world, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it will start rallying. I mean, you can look at gold and see what gold did back in 2003, I think it was, when they started their EFT, just like Bitcoin did. Gold proceeded to rally for years after that. So you would kind of think that Bitcoin would potentially do the same thing, but yeah, there's really not a lot of. Doesn't seem like it has the volume that it used to have a few years ago. Oops. I would definitely be looking for sorts, and man, look at this. One, two, three waves up, go sort. 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 I would definitely be looking for sorts in a downtrend, 100%. I think it's either wave A or wave 1. Man, look at that. Kind of makes me want to start trading it once in a while. Look at that. It's extremely clear. One, two, three waves up. Even this correction right here, you just throw a trend line on that thing. I mean, obviously it's easy in hindsight, but one, two, three waves up. One, two, three waves up. One, two, three waves up. Very, 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 very clear ABC corrections, and I would definitely be patiently waiting for more of them. I would be patiently waiting for more three-way pullbacks to go sort again. So let's see where we at. The U.S. dollar yen. Now the yen and the Swiss has definitely been trending. I am extremely, extremely bullish on every single yen pair. Everybody else probably thinks the yen pairs are topped out, but let me show you something real quick. I'm still very bullish on the yen pairs, and all you have to do is look at like the IC markets, which has a lot of data. Zoom out on the euro yen. Zoom out on the monthly time frame. Now it looks like a trend that's not even close to over. We're not even close to a Fibonacci level. It looks like it potentially would go up and break this structure like this. This is the monthly, don't get me wrong, and it possibly could even go up and break this structure. Everybody else has been trying to go short this whole move, and I've been just enjoying every long I can possibly find. Look at the pound yen. I mean, look at that thing. It looks like it literally could go up and take out that high, take out this high, potentially even go up, to the 38, maybe 50, maybe even 61%. I love the yen pairs. I think the only strategy on the yen pairs is to buy every single dip you see. I guarantee smart money, big money, has been doing nothing but buying every single dip they can find on every single yen pair for the past 4 years, which is exactly what we should be doing also. But yeah, the dollar yen, definitely bullish. I kind of skip over the yen pairs kind of pretty quickly because for me, there's only one thing to say. Buy every single dip. Who cares how big the trend? Who cares how overbought everybody thinks it is? All you have to do is zoom out on the 4-hour daily time frame on pretty much every single yen pair, and you would see how much money you potentially could have if you did nothing but buy the dip every single time. I think the dollar yen is potentially going to at least a 78%. That's my next area of resistance. But I wouldn't be surprised if it went a lot higher than that. I mean, if it does this, break structure, then okay, start looking for shorts. But there's really only one thing to say about the yen. Buy every single three-way pullback that you can see. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 1, 2, 3 waves up. Look, a short. I haven't sorted the yen pairs in a long time. I know that. I've been doing nothing but looking for longs in an uptrend, and I don't really care how overbought it is or anything, or how everybody thinks that we should be going short. The trend is your friend, 100%. And yeah, I see somebody requested the Swiss yen. The Swiss yen is the best example, like I've seen pretty much since the beginning of my trading career in 2009, where the trend is your friend. The Swiss has literally been in all-time highs since 2022. And it just keeps on going and going and going and going. How much money would you have if you did nothing but buy the Swiss yen, every single pullback for the past 4 years? It's just unreal. That's why I kind of go a little bit fast on the yen pairs because there's only one thing to do. That right there, by the way, looks like a long. Looks like 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 up, 5 waves down, break of structure. I would be looking on shorter time frames for a higher low to go long. I would be doing nothing except for looking for ABC pullbacks on this thing. And boy, the yen pairs love the flat patterns too, which I feel like the whole market has been making a ton of expanding flats and running flats lately. They're like literally all over the place. Aussie yen. Yeah, I see somebody requested the Aussie yen. I mean, I'm not going to cover the yen much. What would I be doing on the yen? I would be doing nothing but waiting patiently for a three-way pullback to go long. I would go long every single pullback I see, every single time, no questions asked. 1, 2, 3 waves, 1, 2, 3 waves. Big ones. That's a big question. 1, 2, 3 waves. Continue to look for long opportunities on every single yen pair. Please, please, please get it out of your head that you need to try to go short at the top of these yen pairs. Go long every single time you get a chance. You would literally have so much money right now if that's all you did. It would be unreal. Euro pound. Where's the euro pound? Right there. Oh yeah. Trying to break structure, isn't it? The euro pound is one of the. It is not the best pair sometimes because the euro pound definitely ranges a lot because the euro and the pound are so correlated. But I mean, the euro pound definitely does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down on the daily, weekly, and then the daily also has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down for the potential wave five. So yeah, I think there's a good chance that there's gonna be some possibly it could go up. I think that we should be looking for shorts right now. I'm still looking for shorts. This little box right here represents a break of structure, which it still hasn't done yet. If it rejects this structure and makes an impulsive move down, I'm going to go short again, 100%. Definitely. If it breaks above there, then I still might go short again because it's really not confirmed to be the end of a trend until the daily time frame takes this out. But I mean, obviously, if you could be looking for longs on sort of time frames, it's definitely going up right now. It's been going up all week long. So I mean, you definitely could be looking for longs if you trade the 1 hour time frame and below, 100%. But you had to keep in mind there's a pretty good chance that we could bounce off one of these fib levels, which really could be any one of them, and then start a new downtrend, which is why I would primarily be looking for shorts in a downtrend still, definitely. So, anyways, yeah, let's keep going. EU, we did that. We did the Aussie. Yeah, we did the yen pairs, definitely. We did the euro pound, the pound yen. I really kind of skip over the yen pairs because I'm telling you, there's nothing to do on the yen pairs except for buy every pullback. My next area of resistance on the pound yen is the 78.6 Fibonacci extension, which is at the 202 area, maybe 2025, just to stay safe. Man, I just can't even believe how much money somebody would make if they did nothing but look for longs for the past 4 years. It's kind of unreal. Definitely looking for longs. If it breaks structure and you trade below the 1 hour time frame, then you could look for shorts. But even if you're looking for shorts, you have to keep in mind that almost every single move down on the yen pairs is a correction to the uptrend. So definitely keep that in mind. Now we do have some yen news coming out tonight. We got CPI for the yen, I believe, tonight, don't we? It's low level news on here, but I would think that that would be pretty high level news, honestly. Yeah, we got CPI for the yen tonight at, well, this is UK time, but 12:30 UK time or 1:30 for PMI. We got PMI for the yen tonight too. So we do have some yen news tonight, but I would be looking for longs in an uptrend 110%. So, anyways, let's keep moving on. Now, like I said, if anybody's interested, definitely check out my website. It is only $30 a month. It's very, very, very cheap, and it comes with a lot. If anybody is interested, these are the swing trades that I've said with my group this week. If you want, you can go through and pause the video. These are the swing trades that I've said. There's about, I don't know, 8 or 10 of them or so that are so far this week that I've said with the group at the time of entry with stop loss. I really don't like to call it signal service because I really truly believe that nobody's ever going to learn to trade if they just follow somebody else's trades, which is why I always say that this main purpose of the group is for you to learn to trade for yourself. But hopefully, while you're learning to trade, you can earn by following along with some of my swing trades. So, if anybody is interested, my website is right here, fxpipcollector.com. Definitely check that out. It's only $30 a month, which is extremely, extremely cheap, especially for what most people charge. Hey, Hersa, how's it going? Yeah, I know that yo Kiwi not really doing much, is it? It's really probably not even worth holding on to, honestly. I'm still in, but I don't really mess with my trades once I get in. If I get in a trade, I stay in a trade. I almost never get out of a trade after I get in it, unless it's either made a minimum of 3-to-1 risk to reward or I get stopped out. But I mean, I still feel like it looks like it could be a bottom. I still feel like it could make a higher low, but boy, so far, looking at the dollar index, it might possibly just keep drifting down, unfortunately. It's definitely not what I want to hear, but it's definitely what I'm seeing. I mean, to me, it still looks extremely corrective. It still looks like a downtrend. It still looks like 3 waves up. It still looks like a downtrend. I still think it looks like an ABC correction. I still think it possibly is going to turn up, but it may not, especially looking at the dollar index. I was hoping this was going to be in a running flat, A, B, C running flat, continuation of the uptrend, something like this. But we'll see. That kind of looks like the dollar might be strong for the next few weeks, and if it is, this dollar pairs might continue to be weak for the next couple of weeks, unfortunately. Definitely not, like I said, definitely not what I want to hear, but it's probably more likely for sure. Let's see. Yeah, the euro dollar, same exact thing. I mean, it looks like it should go up, but it might just keep drifting down at this point, honestly. Let's check out the pound CAD. Pound CAD is about to break structure. That's a pretty big deal. At the 123.6, if you know anything about Fibonacci, you know that that 123 is a pretty significant area. Pretty much proves that this could be a wave B on the higher time frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Break of structure. If it breaks structure, that's pretty much going to prove to me that this is a wave B on the weekly. And if it's a wave B on the weekly, that's a pretty big deal. So yeah, we're closing below the 78%. I would say at this point it probably is going to break structure. It probably is almost definitely going to break structure. Then we'll probably get a pullback, and at the end of the pullback as well, I'll be looking to go short. I'm definitely looking to go short once it breaks structure, 100%. Or you could possibly take the rejection of structure as an entry to go long if you're more of a scalper, because I'm sure once it breaks structure, it's going to reject structure, go up, and then go down. But yeah, once it breaks that structure, I think that pretty much confirms the weekly time frame wave B scenario. Definitely seems like it does. Da, da, da. Yeah, the euro dollar definitely. I think the monthly time frame is either a running flat or an expanding flat, but I think you're talking about a little bit of a shorter time frame. But I think this is a wave a wave B, and I think this potentially is in a either an expanding or a running flat to the downtrend. If it's a running flat, then it might go up here and then turn down. If it's an expanding flat, it might go up here and turn down. You're probably talking about like the daily 12-hour time frame, but yeah, I was kind of thinking that there was a possibility that this was an A. This is an A, B, C running flat wave B, and potentially this is a wave C. And if it is a wave C, potentially it's going to go down, take out these lows before it continues the uptrend. So I do agree that that definitely could be a flat right there, 100%. It definitely fits the characteristics of a possible flat. So let's see. We already did the pound dollar, but I'll probably cover that again real quick at the end. Let's look at the dollar CAD. Technically, the dollar CAD is in an uptrend, and technically, especially as a swing trader, you should more be focused on trying to go long. But I still feel like it could be an A, B, C, and it potentially could start a downtrend on the daily. That is on the 4 hour time frame. It still looks more like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern. Still looks like it could be like either a expanding or not a expanding but a regular flat because it's equal lows, equal bottoms pretty much, or just a irregular ABC correction. And it still kind of looks to be like, yeah, it definitely looks like it might try to go up again, but it looks like it might either go up and retest the highs or maybe retest these highs, and it still looks like it needs to go down in a big way at some point. Maybe tomorrow will be the day because I mean it's already noon in New York and it's already 5:30 almost in London, so things are probably going to start slowing down a little bit at some point. And the dollar's been going up pretty much all day, and the dollar CAD's been going down. So obviously the CAD is a little bit strong right now for some reason because, like I said, the dollar's been going up pretty much all day, and the dollar CAD's been going down pretty much all day. So obviously the CAD is strong right now because the Euro CAD and the Pound CAD are going down really strong also. So yeah, I'll check out the pound dollar again. Yeah, the pound dollar is back at its previous lows. I mean, at this point, it's probably not over. It's probably more likely to go down. Honestly, I would like to see it go up, but I'd like to see what this daily candle does. If this rejects structure again, then maybe it really will go up. If it rejects this structure again and goes up like that and closes up at the end of the day. But yeah, well, if it holds below structure, I would say that the trend is down at least for now. I still think it might be a wave two, but we'll see. It might just be making a double bottom. We'll see. Keep an eye on these bottoms. If it breaks out and holds below, then definitely look for shorts. I personally still think it could make a double bottom or something and potentially go up, but it's definitely pretty weak right now. And gold, I would definitely be looking for longs on gold. I'd be looking for three-way pullbacks, which that's probably not a three-way pullback, but it might just keep on going up from here. So that's pretty good news. Let's see. Ah, Stefan, hopefully you're still watching. Yeah, I can do that for you. Yeah, I have it on the 1 hour time frame. Hopefully you're still watching. Stefan D, if you're still here. This is the fib level on the 1 hour time frame, and I still think it looks like a possible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still think it looks like a possible ABC, and I still think it looks like it possibly could go up. But like I said, the dollar could keep drifting up, and if the dollar drifts up, this could drift down. So we'll keep an eye on it. But I would keep an eye on the fib levels. If you get a fib bounce and a break of structure, that pretty much confirms end of a wave C. If you don't get even if it does a fib bounce, but it doesn't break structure, it makes a lower high, that's pretty much confirmed continuation of the downtrend. So as long as you pay attention to structure, you're more than often than not, you're probably all set most of the time. You just take it one swing for the next and just go from one swing to the next and just pay attention to structure and just keep watching. So yeah, definitely. If you have not done so already, definitely join my free Discord channel. It is 100% free to join. You never have to pay a dime if you do not want to. It is free. Definitely join the trading community. The more the merrier. And like I said, I will be giving away 100 USD or $100 at the end of the month, which is next Friday. If you have not entered my giveaway yet, all you have to do is go to my welcome channel, go to the giveaway tab, and enter this little emoji right here for your chance to win. There's only 63 people in the giveaway right now. So next Friday, on next Friday's YouTube live stream, I will be giving away 100 USDT cryptocurrency, USDT, which is the same exact thing as $100. I can't give away $100 because if somebody wins who is in, I don't know, like restricted country that PayPal doesn't work with, which I think is kind of stupid that PayPal doesn't work with some countries. But if somebody wins who's in a restricted country, then I wouldn't be able to pay them, so it has to be in cryptocurrency. But definitely join my free channel. It's 100% free to join. You never have to pay a dime if you do not want to. It's 100% free. And also, I'm going to be doing giveaways on basically a monthly basis. Definitely join, sell your charts, interact with other traders. If anybody's interested, my website is also in the chats and in the link of this video. And I'm going to call it here for now. Go probably make some dinner and stuff. So I hope everybody enjoys the rest of the night. And as always, thank you.